We're back for another Saturday video with special guest, Classical Pipes Dion Pyle, back at it.
Back with a new channel. Same name, new channel. So if you haven't subbed in the last 2 months, type it in and it's a new channel due to YouTube crap that happened last year. The old channel turned into a cooking channel because that's all they want to allow on there. But yeah, if you're looking for some of my videos, I've aired some of my old ones back. I got some new stuff coming out, so go on, type it up, and give it a sub. But for now, we're gonna have a pipe and a little chat, all right?
That's right. I always liked your cooking videos. I like watching all that kind of stuff. I mean, like grilling recipes and stuff outside in the summer, and like smoker videos, stuff that people do. I watch that stuff all the time when I'm looking for new ideas.
Yeah, I have. There's one guy, you probably know who he is. His name's Malcolm, and he's big. He's a big guy, and he has barbecue. I mean, he's over the top with his recipes. And it's just, I've made a few over the years and I've cut half of it out. I don't use 3 sticks of butter. I'll use 1 stick of I mean, it's way over the top, but he's got some good ideas. And he's got different types of smokers. But yeah, there's a lot of guys out there with the cooking and stuff.
One that I watch is the Barbecue Pit Boys. Have you seen them before? Mm-hmm. They do a lot of smoking videos and stuff. I used to watch them a lot. I'm smoking a Sikian pipe. The guy, it's one of my good friends. I don't know if you caught the story on that one or not. He's a what they call lurker in the community. He's been around now for a year or so. His name's Nish, avid piper. And he's originally from Armenia. And he lives out west, out near California area, and he got in contact and found this guy over there, Sikian, and one that makes these pipes out of Armenia. And it's pretty cool history behind it, how he's trying to get the guy's name out there and, get him some business. That's what he does full time for a living. But that's what I'm smoking. I'm smoking some more of that exclusive with the New Minster Superior Flake.
I got an old Meerschaum, and I had picked this up on eBay fairly recently. Used, obviously. I just loaded it. I don't want to flip it over, but the person who had it was a pipe smoker. He told me he had it for 15 plus years, got it used.
Got some good color.
Yeah. So I don't know the date of this, how old it is, but he did wax it, and it caught me off guard. Because the first time I lit it up, I'm like, this thing is soaked. Next day, my room stunk. I'm like, that's got to be wax. He had to wax it. And I was smoking Bayou Morning Flake in it, and it was sweet. Like Twist Flake sweet. I'm like, there's something wrong. It's like, this shouldn't ghost this bad. There's no reason for it. All the cake was out of it. I cleaned it. Even though it was fairly clean to begin with. But he probably used the beeswax on it, so. And I got in it some Red Virginia Cavendish. Now, I never saw a label do this. Have you seen a label do that before? I put Scotch tape on it. The smoking pipes label, and the ink kind of just went away. I don't know. I have no clue what that's about. But that was interesting.
I had placed an order this past week on some of the stuff I got in, and one of the things, the tin I did last week was Dunhill Deluxe Navy rolls. And I ordered a new tin from Peterson that was supposed to have been coming this past week. Well, they sent me the wrong tin. They sent me a Peterson nightcap instead. So I told them, and the Deluxe Navy rolls cost like $4 or $5 more a tin. So I sent them a message back and say, hey, you sent me the wrong tin. But they sent me a new label to print, and I sent it back. I figured they'd send me the new tin and let me keep the nightcap for making a mistake, but they want it back.
Who was this again? Smoking Pipes?
No, it was tobacco pipes.
Tobacco Pipes. I never had an issue with them.
I've never had an issue with them or Smoking Pipes.
No.
I mean, it really wasn't an issue. I mean, they're fixing the issue, but I just figured they'd let me keep the tin that they screwed up on, but no, they want it back.
At least all the screw ups on pipes and cigars, we ended up keeping some stuff. I remember buying the Golden Triangle back in the day, and they had sent the wrong one. They duplicated the wrong one. They're like, keep it, we'll send you the right one. And they did. So, I mean, but yeah, back in the day, that used to be, you had 50-50 shot. You were getting, it's like going to like Taco Bell and getting the correct order. You know, you didn't know what was coming.
Yep. Yeah, I had talked to Dion there a couple weeks ago and asked him about doing a live together, like some of the people do, but he has to get his subscribers back up to over 1,000, I guess, to be able to do that.
I think it's 500. I don't know what it is now. They keep changing it. Oh, I think the community tab's 500 now, which I wish they would fix the community tab, because the guys viewing stuff on desktop it doesn't come up. Only videos come up. So if you're on your phone, you can see any posts that come up in your feed. Like some people do, they just post something. They post old videos or somebody else's videos. Or they might do a poll. Here, vote. A, B, C, or D. None of that comes up on the desktop. It's just squares of thumbnails of videos. So that's something they should work on. Who knows with them? What I went through last year pissed me off to a point where I mean, I had went over to Rumble. A lot of us went over there, and you know that we know the comment section was a complete disaster, and they didn't fix it. I was hoping they would fix it, but it's just they would promote the videos for a little bit, and then they wouldn't, and would go dead. You know, so I don't know with them, but I don't know. When you have, unfortunately, you know, this isn't 10 years ago, or maybe even 12 years ago when I made that account. And there was no waiting period. There was nothing. And you just went in there, you created. I went in there. It was Classical Pipe 322 back then. And I don't know if you even remember that one. I didn't have that long. But after you create it, you know, you have 0 videos, 0 subs, everything's 0. You start from scratch. And then I went in there and hit the monetize. There was no 1,000 subs, none of this crap. Because the whole idea was to get, you know, back then they encouraged to do the monetization so you can, you know, they had a different algorithm back then. You know, so they can promote your stuff because they wanted to play their ads. You know, and I was putting the craps videos up there. You know, I didn't care. You know, most of the views came from that. You know, I started putting pipe stuff up there. And before I know it, I'm getting comments on there like, oh, have a great weekend. I'm like, what the hell is this? Have a great weekend. I'm like, this stuff's going to be up for years. I'm like, this is just informational stuff. And here it is. I just stumbled upon the pipe community. That was kind of like in its infant stages back then. And then it just morphed into a pipe community news show, you know, and the Nashville meetup. Remember that? That's probably what? 10 years now? What was that? 2012?
Probably.
So it's been 10 years since the Nashville show.
So much changed and happened in the last 10 years.
I was still up in Jersey. I'll never forget this. This is funny, actually. So I'm telling the guys at work, the boss, you know, co-workers, I was like, yeah, I'm going camping up down Tennessee. And I'm like, huh? Tennessee, way down there? I was like, yeah, I'm meeting a bunch of guys I have friends on the internet. And they're like, oh, you ain't coming back. Yeah, you ain't coming back. Oh, we had a blast. We had a blast at that show.
Yeah, lots changed. I was like shocked to hear about Joe Case.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. He kind of fell off, community wise. He was still making pipes, I believe. But he wasn't that active online that much as of late.
Now, I think he, like you said, he was still making pipes, but I know there for a while he did get back into news and TV show, and he was doing that, I guess, part time or something, or maybe even
radio or something.
Okay, yeah.
He had that voiceover that was good.
Yeah. There's just been so many over the years. But I think we came about at the same time, probably.
Yeah, us. Yeah, I mean, Eric and Angela around that time. There was matches. There was a handful of us. Pretty much everybody, Boontar, pretty much everybody that went to that Nashville show. Within 2 years of that show, they had came on the scene. We met so many people over the years too.
Yeah, hell, you've even been to my house.
Yeah. Yeah, we smoked a Cuban, remember? And I was coming back from Chicago. Did the pit stop there. Yeah, you fired the grill up. That was a fun night.
Yeah, we had to rush because you guys need to get back on the road.
That was a long trip. This Pennsylvania by itself is long. And after I moved here, North Carolina, I started flying. I flew the last 4. Yeah. And it was 12 hours. It was 12 hours from Jersey to Chicago, and then down here in Raleigh, it was 12 hours. It was the same. I'm like,
you're not going this year, are you?
No, I'm not going this year.
Yeah, I'd like to eventually, but like that Muletown show, I'd like to have went to that, but I just didn't want to waste the vacation time right now to go. And
work's still busy. Work is still out of control for me, and there's just so much stuff going on. Believe it or not, for a single person, it's kind of mind blowing. Actually, I create all these projects. And whether house projects or, okay, I want to start making videos again. That's a project, all right, I'm looking for more pipes. That's a project, and redoing the music, for the MP3 player. That's a project. It's one thing after the next, and a work day for me is almost the whole day is consumed because it's a 10-hour shift. 45-minute ride in, 45-minute ride home. Sometimes I stay an hour, depending on what's going on. So it's 14-hour day, 14-hour day if I stay an hour or whatever. So it's just enough time to have a pipe in the morning, and maybe a pipe when I get home, and I'm done. That's it.
You're on afternoon turns now, right?
Yeah, it's 3 to 1. It's 10-hour shifts. And then they've had me going in Friday. And of course, we've heard this. I've talked about it many times when I was doing the Friday night lives 3 years ago, whatever, 2 years plus. And I had to bail on that because they wanted me in there. I'm like, well, I'm going to sit home and talk to the computer screen for nothing, or I'm going to go in and get time and a half, so.
There you go. It's hard to believe it's been so many years that we've really stuck with it, and been somewhat involved with the community all this time.
Yeah, it's had its phases with me. Definitely when I moved, there was there was a transition I wasn't planning on, and up in Jersey it was kind of, all right, well, let me just make videos. I went on a schedule. Then I got into the pipe making for a while. Then the clubs up there, the Philadelphia club, and then we ended up starting a club in Jersey there at the local shop until that shop got sold off. But after the move, you move to a new area. I'm like, oh, this weekend I'm going over here. Oh, I'm gonna go check that mountain out. Or I'm gonna go down here this place. I need to go see this place. I need to go that's it. And it kind of fell off. It wasn't like I stopped smoking. I never stopped. I never stopped during that whole phase, but hey, I'm in a new area, I got a new job, there's a lot of stuff, new house.
Then big change.
Yeah, then after a few years, I built the deck on there. That was a fiasco and a half, so that consumed a lot of time for 5 months straight, every weekend, minus I think 2 that it rained. So yeah, it's been the roller coaster. I'll give it that. It's been.
I remember your videos out back down there. You got a nice back view of your place too, into that field back there behind.
Speaking of that, we had a fire last week. I came home 3 o'clock in the morning from work, coming up the main road here. I'm like, what is that? That's a lot of smoke. And there's a glow. I'm like, what is that? I said, that can't be a house. This is a bigger fire than a house going on there. So I pull in I'm at the end of a cul-de-sac. I pull in here and I have a trail through the backwoods that comes out to the back of the field. And lately they've been doing sod. That one year they had tobacco, which was nice. And then they did sweet potatoes, but the past 2-3 years have been doing sod, and supposedly he's going to stay doing sod. There's more money in it. But anyway, I grabbed the light, and you can see the ash going past the light, the LED light. So I'm walking, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, it's pitch black. And you can see the smoke, you can see his ashes going, and amber's going past the light. I'm like, this isn't good. And I walked halfway down the field, and it was some barn on fire. But it looked like something out of Ukraine or something. It was just a big ass fire.
Yeah, we're going down to the Smokies this fall down there near Gatlin.
Yeah, Gatlinburg. Yeah, I was there in August.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm about five hours from Gatlinburg.
Seen they got some stuff on fire down there. It's not near. Is it like near Gatlinburg or is
it's
it like
Wares Valley, Tennessee side there? Yeah, that's what I saw. That's what I saw. I didn't get to see it online. I just heard about it. Some video I was watching, somebody was talking about it. I'm like, oh, another fire over there. But they had a big fire there. 5-6 years ago, whatever it was, where places in Gatlinburg were completely burnt to a crisp. It was bad. Right.
I told her, I said, well, I don't know if our cabin will still be there or not. Yeah, I don't think it was that big a one, but hopefully they got under control now.
Yeah, I did a hike there. It was 2,600 feet and 5 miles or something. It was a climb. It was worth it. It was worth it. And it brings you up to the Mount LeConte. And there's a lodge up there. And supposedly you can stay there, but you have to book it. Supposedly it's like, I don't know what it is now, but when I looked at it last year, it was like a year in advance where people book this thing. And you have to hike it to get there. You got to bring everything with you and you got to hike it. They feed you. They have a llama train that comes up the trail to bring food and stuff and linens like 3 times a week. And then they bring all the trash, the dirty laundry and stuff, and they haul it back down. There's videos on YouTube. You can type it up, llama, Mount LeConte llama train or something like that, llama trail. And they have, I don't know, a handful of them, 8 of them, whatever it is. And I didn't get to see them. I wasn't there on the days that they go up there, but it's a nice area. I mean, Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg is kind of a crap shoot there. It's a crap show, pretty much. It's I had went from the campground to a beer place, a bar. It took me a half hour to drive 1 mile.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was just backed up, and it's just one tourist trap after the next, after the next. It's Hatfields and McCoy, the Titanic, and it's just one thing after, and then Dollywood's there. I like the mountain. I like the park. You can go halfway through the park there. You come up on the border, the Tennessee border, North Carolina border. The Appalachian Trail runs along there. And then you can keep on driving. And on the North Carolina side is a little town called Cherokee. And there's a Cherokee reservation off to the side there. There's some nice waterfalls there. It's endless. It's endless. Smoky Mountain Railroad is on North Carolina side. I had went on that. That's actually in the film The Fugitive. Remember The Fugitive,
Oh, okay.
Harrison Ford? Well, the train scene was filmed there. And the train is still there. I didn't go on that route. They got 2 different routes, but the route that the wrecked train scene is still supposedly still there, just rusting out. The flipped over bus and the engine is still there supposedly. But yeah, that's a nice. It's just nice there. It's just nice, but it's a tourist trap in town.
Yeah.
It's one shopping spree after the next. It's just, oh, we got fancy popcorn. Oh, there's ice cream. It's one of those things. It's just museums, wax museum, Titanic museum. There's something to do there. Let's face it, there's something to do there. But it's a matter of how much pain you want to go through to do it. I don't know, I just like the mountains and stuff.
Yeah, I could sit out on the cabin porch and look over the mountains and smoke my pipe and have a drink. I'd be happy.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a nice little trip.
Well, if people like these type of videos, we'll have to make some more of them.
Yeah.
Maybe people can ask questions or leave comments on what they want to ask or talk about, or
Yeah, we can address it next time maybe, since this isn't live.